Morning, guys. You never know what opportunities you might have. Yesterday, after I ended the vlog, I went out to eat some food down in the village, and I went to this Fox's Cafe Fish and Chips that coincidentally doesn't serve fish and chips, but they did serve some good kebab and chicken, and so I had some chicken, and I sat there for a while, and I had a beer, and I sat there for a while, and I talked to some of the people there, and just shooting the shit. And the owner came in, sat down, we started talking. Then they invited me to dinner. I spent the better part of the night almost into the early morning there. I think 11:30 I returned to my tent. I told him I was leaving today, bound to cross the peninsula here, and he says, why don't you extend one day? You seem like a cool guy. You can stay at my place, and I could take you on a sightseeing cruise, which is what his business is. He has a big boat, and he takes people out to see bears and do some sightseeing on the peninsula. So I said, sure. And so plans changed. So I'm headed to his place, Fox Cafe Fish and Chips. It does not coincidentally serve fish and chips. We're gonna take a cruise. Hi. So we're here at the Fox's Cafe Fish and Chips with no fish and chips, and we're going out. We're going north, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the waves right now are, they could be level 1, which is not so bad. Level 2 is a little worse. Level 3 is even worse. Level 4 is horrible. Level 5 we can't go, but it's at level 4. So take your Dramamine. Let's go. I have a little scratch on my glasses. Little scratch, but it's right in my field of vision. New glasses. Doesn't take long to make them old glasses. Tour group. Life Fest. We're going touristy here. Good, how are you? You have good sleep?
Not enough sleep.
Not enough. Now I brought the drone today, but I have to make sure to not send it up and then have us move, and I can't land it. He told me, the captain, he's like, I don't recommend it. Because he just never stops moving. It'll be interesting. Bears. I wonder if I'll meet any of those guys as I'm riding across the across this mountain range. Seem friendly enough. shadowed by a flock of birds ready to pick the bones clean of whatever they captured. These brown bears seem a little bit smaller than I was expecting. Seeing a lot of Hokkaido. It's amazing what I'm looking at here, you know, because what you're looking at really is time. How much time did it take to create what I'm looking at, these mountains? Just so much time, incredible amount of time to carve this artwork. Okay, so that's the end of Shiretoko World Heritage Peninsula here. And then way off in the horizon, that's Russia, actually. They're kind of disputed islands. I'm always thinking of scenarios. Always. Like if this boat was to go down right now, could I take my backpack with me and float with one passenger and save her or him as we head into shore? What would I do? Where would I go? What would be the procedure? I'm always thinking about stupid stuff like that. If a tsunami was to come right now, what would the effect on the boat be? Would we even feel it? The water's probably pretty deep. Probably wouldn't even feel it. Well, that was an interesting trip. But we're back. I gotta do some laundry. Prepare for getting back on the road. Grab some grub. Jayoe this thing. This light vest was actually really comfortable. It was like wearing a corset, I imagine. It was very slimming. Okay, I am at Fox's Cafe and Fish and Chips, minus the fish and chips, and I am editing the vlog from a couple of days ago and lunchtime. I'm so glad I don't have to eat at Psycho Mart, at least for a couple of times. Food here is really good. This whole village area, the prices for food here are crazy expensive. Luckily, I'm staying here and I met the owner of this place and he's kind of hooking me up. So this is really nice. Anyways, I'm gonna eat. Talk to you later. Okay, so here's the plan. Go to the Onsen. The Onsen has a washing machine for clothes. Hopefully it's open. I will put my clothes in the washer and then go to the Onsen. When I get out of the Onsen, put them in the dryer. Wow, mountain bike rental for one day, one whole day, 5,000 yen, $50. That's crazy. You could buy a mountain bike like that for a couple of $100. Anyways, so yeah, I'll go to the Onsen, wash my clothes, come back down. If it's anything like last night, I forgot, I didn't tell you guys about last night. I just alluded to it. I came down here looking for a place to eat. I ended up eating at that fish and chips without fish and chips. It ended up, I ate first. I bought a bunch of food. I filled up. And then they're like, hey, you want to join us for dinner? I can't pass that up. So I stayed and I had another dinner. I ate again. And then it just went on and on. I must have had a dozen beers. It just kept coming and coming and coming. I paid for dinner, then I ate 10 times that amount for my second dinner. If you remember on the last episode, when I was kind of complaining on the top of the hill there, I was talking about how I needed a change in perspective, and I was kind of bummed that there wasn't
a lot more interactions in Hokkaido, like with people recently, and I was kind of getting bummed. Well, that whole night was just me with a group of Japanese guys hanging out, drinking beer, talking. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely recharging those batteries. I gotta tell you, the onsen is a nice thing. It'd be nice if those were all over the world and not just in Asia. I'm finished, cleaned up, clothes are washed. Now I gotta dry them. And I'm walking down my hill here from the onsen, and here's a beautiful sunset. Check this thing out. I can never get sunsets as beautiful as they are in real life, but I shall try. Trust me, this camera was not doing that sunset justice. Some things I've got to keep to myself, you know. If I showed you all the amazing, stupendous joys of travel, then there'd be no reason for you guys to go out and do your own journey. I'm kind of thankful that I cannot capture as beautiful a sunset as I can see with my own two eyes. So Jayoe, get out there and find your own sunset. Oh, I think I'm going to be ready to leave this little village and venture southward. I've enjoyed Hokkaido. I still have some time here. It's by no means over. I do feel like it's raring down. I feel like I'm over the hump, and now I'm on my way leaving Hokkaido as opposed to on my way to the top of Hokkaido.